Hey, it's Bill Gross, the LA probate expert. I wanted to share with you today some amazing insight by one of the industry's leading researchers and I think thought leaders to understand what's happening in the real estate market for us agents and how it will affect us, our ability to serve our clients, our ability to build a business in the long run. One of by far the best sources of information that I find is Mike Del Pratt. He is a college professor who writes important articles about real estate and then speaks at company conventions, as well as hired as a consultant for major companies. MikeDP.com is his website. And he has some fascinating reports, all of them worth reading. What I like about it is he's not selling me his information. He's putting it out there as a thought leader, and then people are hiring him for more intimate and more detailed information. He put out two papers back to back that just completely explain what's happening in the real estate industry, in the agency business for us agents and how it affect our business going forward. I want to share them with you today. The first one he did 2 weeks ago, agent compensation at top U.S. brokers. Now, this is something that, you can talk about what your commission rate is, but at the end of the day, what percentage of revenue that the company receives that paid to the agents is the bottom line. And that's going to vary because some offices have more top producers where they pay higher splits, and justifiably so. The top producers bring in a lot more revenue, so a small percentage on a large number is good, and it also drives ancillary services. And newer agents typically get a smaller commission. And so you would expect that a company with a lot of new agents would have a lower rate, and companies with top producers would have a much higher rate. So here we are looking at quarter 2023 revenue paid to agents, the percentage paid, and these are from publicly verifiable sources that he's done. United Real Estate 96%, Fathom 95%, Real 95%, Realty One 93%, EXP 91%. Now, when I looked to change companies, I looked at these companies, I kind of saw them all in that light, that they were basically 100%, and there is no real 100% company because no company is going to be in business for long. And as long as they've been in real estate, they've been 100% shops that come and then go because it's not sustainable. Then you see other companies, Compass, which used to pay really high commissions to top producers, but now they're down to 81% on average. Anywhere is Coldwell Bankers, Century 21, Corcoran Group, a number of different labels under Anywhere. They kind of, I think, hide under that name now. They pay about 80%, and Douglas Elliman at 77%. Now, presumably, Douglas Elliman and these other companies are giving more value to their agents and helping them drive more business in exchange for higher commission splits. But when you dig a little deeper, what you find out is that the goal of the company is to pay less and less to the agents. So here's Compass, for example, and over time, they've been reducing their commission split. This is the goal of companies, of course, is they want to make more and more profit, and the easy way to make a profit once agents are locked into you by the traditional model is to lower your commissions. In fact, Compass kind of highlights on their calls to investors, they improved their commissions by paying less to their agents. And to me at EXP, it's the exact opposite. I'm a shareholder. And when we listen to our founder, he talks about ways to find helping us make more money. We have stock set up to build retirement. We have revenue stream to build retirement. But here you can see the Compass, like most big companies, they're kind of at odds with their own agents. And as a result, are trying to always squeeze down the commission plan rather than find new ways to create revenue. Now, what's happened in the last year is as a result of this, the companies with traditional commission plans have dropped down. They've lost agent count tremendously. Keller Williams down over 3,000 agents. Remax down over 1,000. Anywhere combined over 1,000 lost. Compass down, I don't know, a couple hundred. You do see companies have increased. Now, Real is one of them. EXP has gained. Realty One, Fathom, and United. Now, the question always is, companies can grow on other people's money for a period of time as long as that money doesn't run out. You can have a great party on your mom and dad's credit card as long as the credit card is still good. The second you hit the limit, or dad or mom find out, as I found out once, the party stops. So let's take a look at how long will it be for that party stops. In this week, and this has really prompted me, Mike put out the adjusted EBITDA, which is the earnings before interest, taxes, and depreciation adjustment. Basically, this is saying, what is your profit per transaction? Well, in this case, it's by the company. Of all the companies, only as profitable significantly is EXP. These companies were all losing money. Compass lost, I guess, on EBITDA over $60 million. They're claiming they're going to improve that, but that's going to be by cutting expenses, services to agents, and by cutting commissions, money to agents. That's where they're at. It's same with anywhere. They're in this, I would say, death spiral, kind of like when Netflix came out, there were blockbusters, but how could you possibly compete selling with a beautiful retail space, discs at $3 or $4 a night, when people could overnight them, online them for $1, $2, or $15 a month? And so this is where these models are getting destroyed. Douglas Elliman as well, losing a lot of money, small company, but losing a lot of money. Now he broke it down by transaction. I'm sorry, that's not quite right. There, this is it. By transaction, and you can see that, whoops, I've still got the wrong, there we go. For example, EXP Map, we make about $103 per transaction. So I think our average transactions in the 300,000 range, probably our average commission gross is 9,000, 90% goes to agents, you have some overhead, and that's our profit. All these other companies are losing money. Now, United eked out a small profit. We'll see if they can continue. Real losing money. We'll see if they can, part of why they're growing is because they're giving out too much money. Same with Fathom. And you can see anywhere Encompass and Douglas Elliman are losing a fortune every transaction they do. And it's even worse than that, because when you look at, we saw the headcounts dropping. Look at transactions per agent. Now, EXP has a lot of brand new agents. So I would have thought our transaction per agent count would be lower. We've also brought in a lot of big teams. I'm a productive agent. And so this is in the quarter, how many transactions agents did by company. Compass is a bit above, but not that much. They average 1.25 per agent, and we're at about 1.18 or something. We're pretty close. And you can see a couple companies above that and quite a few are below. But then take a look at the trend line on the growth, and you can see that EXP, unfortunately, our overall agents averaged about an 8% loss in business. Douglas Elliman's lost less. Of course, remember they're losing $4,000 per transaction. And you see these other companies are dropping off more quickly. And part of why they're dropping off is they either can't afford the expenses it takes to run their own business separate from the company, or that kind of support they need to run their business. And so you can see the challenges here. There's one or two outliers that are probably not going to last in their current configuration without major changes of some sort, unless the market turns around and changes. So what's this mean? Well, for me, I didn't want to have to change companies. When I made the change to EXP 4 years ago, they had no debt. They still have none. They're profitable. So eventually they're gonna make money. They'll be in business forever. These other companies that are not profitable and have debt, it's a ticking time bomb. Maybe they'll get out of it. I don't know. I'm not going to predict the future, but I'll tell you this. If you're an agent, you're not getting the support that you deserve. If your office is cutting back on things, cutting back on staff or people, the reason why is in the numbers. And based on the numbers we're seeing, I don't see it getting better. I don't think the number of sales is going to dramatically increase for any company unless they're able to attract agents, pay them good commission, and support them in closing deals. If I can help you in your business, feel free to give me a call, text, or email me. I'd love to help you if I can in any way. As always, make today your best day ever. Thanks so much.